Hey guys, it is currently 4:09 in the morning on Tuesday, October 23rd, and for a very long while I have been working on edit number 4 of Ashes in the Light, which is the edit where I go through the entire book and write down everything that happened in my story note phase of editing. It helps check the order of the plot, it helps make sure things aren't constantly repeated, and it helps make sure that the things that I think happened actually happened. With Ashes in the Light, there was a lot of things that I needed to save, as in, I don't enjoy the story, and I still want to be able to salvage it, and for me, edit number 4 was my attempt at salvaging. I've been putting it off for a very long time. I've been putting off continuing to go through the story notes, which the story notes themselves have been done for a while. It has just been reading through them and taking notes on the story notes to see what happens, and I have just been putting that off for as long as I possibly can. But I just finished reading through the story notes and taking all of my extra notes. At the moment, there are 7 finished parts of the story, part 1, part 2, yada yada yada, and part 8 is originally the ending, but I did not take notes on part 8 because it just didn't need to be the way it was. The book ended, I think, actually, with a scene on someone that wasn't even the main character. So that needs to be fixed. So I just didn't take notes on part 8 at all. I'm pretty sure I'm going to delete all of part 8 and go from there. So my story notes are just a lot of pages of this. And then the pink pen are my notes. So there are some things where I'm making notes of what the characters do. So where it lists the names of her dogs, I have Dexter is protective, Cooper is more on the chill side of things. I have a sticky note up here that is an overall thing. There is a stalker in this book, and it is 100% never revealed who that stalker is, and that is an issue that I need to fix in the final cut of this book. There's one thing here that I wrote completely in caps, no need for self-deprecation, because she literally says that in the very first chapter, and guess what? The whole book is focused on her need for self-deprecation, which makes no sense since she said that she is 100% okay with the way that she looks and the way that she feels, and there's no need for it. So that is something that I kept in mind for the rest of the story notes and made note of any time that she is self-deprecating, and made sure to make a note to take that out because it doesn't need to be there, because it is not part of her character. It is part of how younger me thought that female characters had to be. So that is something that will be fixed as well. So that's something. I went through and I made a lot of notes on anything that signals that she's trusting the other main character, Luke. So it'll be like, here's one line of the story notes, and then in pen I've written first sign she feels safe around him, second sign he makes her feel safe, so on and so forth. There's this one that talks about how she should maybe be self-conscious about this thing that's being listed here to show more of her character and who she is, and the distrust that she has that caused her to move to Whiteburn in the first place. There's just a whole bunch of them here. I've circled certain things and marked them off, pointed to other things to note that this happened, maybe this has happened. I've marked down potential scenes that could happen, like if it just sounds like I haven't done anything. So like here it just says it'd be dark in this scene, so mention turning on the lights if possible, because otherwise she is making herself a cup of coffee, grabbing donuts, letting the dogs in and out, and taking a shower in the dark. And Aurora's character doesn't like the dark, so after all of that is done and she goes outside, she would need a flashlight, or else she would be scared. And that's something that's not noted in the original at all. So there are mostly just a lot of things here that need to be fixed. There are things that need to be taken out and things that need to be added. Scenes that need to be added. There's this page. There's a lot of notes. So there's a lot of things that I marked down, and it took me forever to get through, but honestly, at this point, just looking at all the things that I think I could possibly add, I am already so happy with what I think this book can become, with everything in here that I think can be added and that can be changed, and with a new strong ending and all of that, and I'm very excited to actually get into that. It's going to be a little while before I can get into it, but it's definitely something I'm excited for. So I'm going to update you guys when I actually get into working on putting the edits in, but at the moment and at this point in time, this month I am working on finishing other books in time for NaNoWRIMO in November, so I will not be starting the fixing of this book for edit number 4, for the rest of edit number 4, I suppose, until November. So I will see you guys again in November, I believe, but at the moment I just have at least 1, hopefully 3, if not more, books to finish before November for everything to go as planned, and I need to do that first. So that is the plan, and hopefully I will see you guys at some point in November, specifically with talk on this series. I'm going to do my best to make videos on it. I just haven't done that yet because before right now I had no enthusiasm for this book. I wanted it self-published because I've already made the cover for it, and I knew that it had potential, but I was uncertain if I would be able to find that potential. But with all of this, I think I have. So hopefully November, in between writing and the editing of other books, hopefully I will be able to uncover the potential of Ashes in the Light. So that is all that I have for this particular video. If you guys enjoyed, a like is always appreciated, and if you would like to stay updated on my writing, updates on this series, currently Nano Prep and soon to be NaNoWRIMO, or anything that I do in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as the links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.